Hello! Today we're going to be making a leaf lantern. So first you're going to need to get yourself some leaves. So go outside and pick some leaves. They could be any kind of leaves that you want to put in your lantern. Make sure that they are a little bit dry. They don't have to be crispy, but make sure that they're not damp, they're not wet, because if they're wet, they're gonna start molding inside of our lantern after a couple of days. So if they are a little bit wet, make sure that you tap them dry before you put them in the lantern. So you're gonna need some leaves. You're gonna need some white construction paper, and you could find this one in your supply baggie from the most recent supply distribution day. You're going to need some glue, the 2 pieces of baking sheets that are in your bag, in your supply bag, and your little tea light. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your white construction paper. So we're going to end up cutting 2 strips along this way. There's no specific measurement for it, but we want at least, let's say at least 2 fingers width. So 2 fingers width of strip all the way across, and we're going to cut 2 of those. And again, they don't have to be perfect. If you want to measure them, go right ahead. If you want them to be perfect, you can measure them with a ruler. If you don't care, you're going to kind of just freehand it like I am. So you end up with 1 strip of paper like this. And then you're going to cut a second piece. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if you do want it to be perfect, you can use a ruler. And then we can put this one to the side. We can put this paper to the side. And now we are going to glue one of our sheets. We're going to glue one of our sheets. We're going to glue this strip onto the edge of one of our sheets like this. So I will just put some glue all on the edge, a strip of glue all along the edge, and then I'm going to glue this piece onto it, press it, and let it dry. And we're going to do the same thing with the bottom side. So we will put a strip of glue at the bottom. And we'll glue our white construction paper. And we'll press, press, press. So we end up with something like this. Now we don't want these extra pieces, so we can go ahead and cut those off. We can cut the little extra parts that are hanging off. So we cut the excess off. So now I'm left with this sheet. Okay, so now our next step is to arrange our leaves on the paper. So you can arrange the leaves however you want. Just try not to overlap them. I'm going to cut the stems off of mine and try to flatten them a little bit. So I have all sorts of leaves here, and I'm just going to place them all around my paper. Different colors. Oh no, I just tore my leaf. That's okay. One there. I think I'm going to put a few more. Now, if you have extra leaves, save them because we will be using them on another day for another craft. So I have some extra leaves on here, so I'm going to save these for another day. And now the next process is just gluing down our leaves. So we are just going to take some glue and we're going to put glue on the back of our leaves. And we're going to glue them down on our paper. And press them. Press them down. And go ahead and just do that until you've glued all of your leaves onto your paper. Glue, glue, glue. This one might be a little too crunchy. Look at all the beautiful colors that we see during the fall season. I need to add a little more here. My broken leaf. This guy does not want to stay down. And my last piece. Oh, no, I have one more. Okay, the next thing I want to do is we're going to take our second sheet and we're actually going to glue it on top. So we're going to glue our second sheet. So we're going to put some glue around. I might put some glue on top, all around. If you want to, you can kind of smear it around a little bit with your finger, with a Q-tip. This little guy is not wanting to stay. I think I need some more glue on the edges. So when you think you have enough glue, you are going to press, and try to put this guy like that. We're going to put the second layer of paper on top. And we're going to smooth it. Smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. If you want to put something heavy over it for a little while, to make sure that your leaves are really flattened and sticking, you can put something heavy over this and let it sit for a while. We're gonna let it smooth, smooth, smooth. For the sake of time, I'm gonna go ahead and put mine together now. But I'm gonna flip it over. This side looks much nicer. So I'm gonna flip it over so that this part goes inside. So now I'm going to roll this. I'm gonna roll it into a circular. Now you can glue these together or you can staple them together. I'm going to staple just to make sure that they are really sticking together. So I'm going to staple this roll together. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now I have a roll. If you want to put some glue here so that there's no gap, you can press down. And we have our lantern. Another thing that I thought might be cute to do is add a little handle to the top. So this time I'm gonna cut from the short side of the paper. And again, how thick you want it, that's up to you. If the kiddos want to color it, they can color it. And then we're just going to staple it to the top, like so. Again, if you don't have a staple, you can just glue this. And now it has a little handle. Now the last part, because we don't have a bottom to it, we can take a plate and we can set our lantern on the plate. Since I don't have a bottom to my lantern and it would be kind of a lot of work to make one right now. So we are going to get our little tea light and take the white part out, this little white flap on the bottom side. We're gonna take this out and then we're gonna turn on our tea light. And if you have a slightly brighter tea light, then maybe it'll work a little bit better for you. But you can see it's lighting up. And we have our fall lantern. There you go.